Taxpayer is insolvent when his total liabilities exceeds his total assets. Forgiven debt may be excluded from income under insolvent exclusion. Normally, taxpayer are not required to include forgiven debt in his income to an extent that he is insolvent. Whenever the debt is forgiven, which means that it has been canceled through the debt settlement, it is possible that the debtor is required to report it as a taxable income. If the forgiven amount is more than $600, it must be reported as income. However, there are two exceptions to this rule. The forgiven amount has been discharged through bankruptcy or you are insolvent. The following steps must be taken to determine if you are insolvent. Step 1. You need to total up all your liabilities and your assets to determine if you are insolvent. Wait for creditor you settled the loan with to mail you 1099-C. You should receive the form by January 31st. If you owe credit card balance of $10,000 and you settled for $7,000, the creditor will send you 1099-C reported $3,000 has been forgiven. The creditor also must send the copy of 1099-C to IRS as well reporting that debt has been forgiven. The cancellation date will appear on the form. Step 2. Make a list of all your assets and all your liabilities, including stocks and bonds. Let's say you have $2,000 worth of stocks and bonds. And you have $2,800 in your checking account. Your computer worth $1,800. Your furniture is worth $2,500. Your jewelry is worth $3,200. Your books are worth $4,000. And your clothes worth $1,000. When your list is complete, assign a fair market value of each item. And verify that your assets are listed currently valued upon fair market value of each item. And then add them to arrive at $17,300 total assets. These assets must be those that you owned on cancellation date shows on your 1099-C form. Step 3. Make a list of every debt you owe. Write down the amount of liabilities that includes every one you owe on the list, including mortgage of $90,000, automobile loans of $40,000, credit cards loans of $10,000, home equity loans of $3,500, student loan of $65,000, and medical bills you owe in amount of $3,700. Total up all your loans. Your total liabilities comes out to be $212,200. Step 4. Compare your total assets fair market value to your total liabilities. In this example, your total liabilities exceeds your total assets, therefore, you are insolvent. And you don't need to report your debt as a taxable income. But if the total assets were to exceed your total liabilities, then you are solvent and you need to include your forgiven debt as a taxable income.